All right. Hello, everyone. This is the Mgtow Cowboy coming at you again. Mgtow Cowboy here. I want to give a couple shout outs. I want to give a shout out to, this is maybe my first official shout out video. I want to give a shout out to, in no particular order, Sandman. I like you. Hammerhand. I like you. Oh, you know, uh, Mr. Elite, or I guess I think he changed his name. I can't remember his other name right now. Mr. Whatever, Mr. Mgtow Elite. You know who you are. Um, I don't know. Vinny Eastwood, Mark Passio. There's so many. Other guys in the Mgtow community like I don't know. Think Before You Sleep. Uh, so many guys. I'll have a couple videos like this where I always mention a couple guys that I listen to who inspire me. I want to talk, but I want to talk about a video that I was listening to recently, and this is a video by Kingy Mgtow. Kingy Mgtow. If any of you have not heard of him, you should definitely look him up. Um, he is he's OG, another OG of the Mgtow community. I do admit, as a general rule, I have a soft spot for, I don't want to say for old people, but for old people. Old people, they are old, and that sucks, and getting old sucks. But like, old people do have uh, they do have experience. They have lived experience, and you can learn a lot from everything. Like hanging out with old people, talking with old people. We live in a society that like worships youth, but old people have a lot to offer. Anyway, that being said, I this is kind of a spin-off from one of Kingy Mgtow's videos, even though a lot of Mgtow have talked about this. I want to talk about the value of ghosting. Um, so, we all know what ghosting is in the Mgtow community. For those who are new, ghosting is basically the idea that like you um, you sort of shelter yourself in. You uh, you disengage from society on a certain level. You still have a email address, but you don't have, three email addresses, and you have a YouTube account, but you don't have a Facebook account. You go on the internet, but you don't scroll on social media all day. That's the idea of ghosting, and that's what I think a lot of MGTOWs do. Um, Ghosting is a way of protecting yourself. If you open yourself up to certain things like essentially being too social, you're going to run into trouble. If you turn that socializing aspect towards women, you could call that like dating, or like that could be associated with like the PUA types, the pickup artists, the pickup artist community. In a way, the Mgtow community is, I don't want to say totally opposed, but we are kind of totally opposed to the pickup artist community. The pickup artist community, they take the same knowledge that the Mgtow community takes up, but they go in a different direction with it. The Mgtow guys basically see all the information, the new information, the information about women, the study of women, and they, I don't know, I think they turn inwards. It turns into like an introspection thing. The PUA guys, I think they're still focused on women, and they're like, okay, how can we use this information to get women to sleep with us? Um, you know, I'm not bragging. I'm just saying it's true. Like, I've had plenty, you know, I've had plenty. I've partied enough. I spent 9 years in university. I've partied enough. I've gotten enough women. I've had enough. I've had enough girls. I've had enough. Alcohol, party. I've had enough of that. And I'm telling you, like, it gets old, or it's just you've had your fill. I think. I think Mgtow is like it's a level of development, and I think PUA is like a lower. It's a lower level of development where you're still like craving female validation. So yeah, what is the highest level? I don't know that I know that what the highest level is, but I think so talking about like ghosting, talking about PUA, or the manifestation of PUA, which would be like having game. Game, I think essentially, I think game is bullshit. Game, or having frame. We talk about all these things within like the manosphere. You know, it's like low levels and higher levels. I think the highest level, I don't want to say the highest. How do I know? I think one of the higher or highest levels, it really is. It's becoming like a Mgtow monk. I didn't believe it when I first heard it. I heard some of these older guys in their 50s talk about it. I didn't, you know, I don't know. I didn't believe it. I didn't want to believe it. It can't be, but it is true. There's a song by this old guy. I'm not sure if he's still alive. I think he is. Do you guys remember a singer? I think his name was BB King. He's got a good song. Look it up. Yeah, it's BB King. The name of the song is "The Thrill Is Gone," and he talks. The whole song is basically him talking about like there was this girl. He liked this girl, and slowly or eventually this girl or this woman revealed herself to him, and she really wasn't a nice person, and eventually he stopped being enchanted with her. That's really what it is, right? It's like this disenchant. You become disenchanted with women once you truly come to understand how they are. And that's why I see PUA as just like a lower level. It's like you really don't know what women are like, do you? You just don't really know, you just don't know yet. You don't know what you're talking about. But I talk to monks, and like wow, with every passing year, I kind of agree with them more and more. Like I'm not bragging. I'm not. I don't show my face for a reason, but trust me, I've had plenty of kitty cat. I've had plenty. I've had plenty of women, and you pay for it. In one way or another, you pay for it. The best and the cheapest and the best is in college. They really do just want to have a good time. Like you show up, we would call it dorm storm. You would dorm storm, you and a couple guys, and someone knows somebody, and like they're all, there's a couple, there's like one freshman dorm. You know people. You just, you and a couple friends, you grab like a 12 pack or two 12 packs. You show up and you get in somehow, and you can literally, I remember literally going door to door. You knock on the door, and you're just like, oh, it's and then half the time, not half, but like every third time, one of the 4 or 5 guys you're with will like will recognize someone within the dorm room, and you're just in this, next thing you know, you guys are partying. It's a total hookup culture. And I don't know. That was fun, but like, I don't know. It's not as fun anymore. It's gotten to the point now. I walk around, I see all these beautiful women, and I still do appreciate like the physicality of them, but wow, now it's like almost immediately after the physicality, in the back of my mind, I'm just like, oh man, this is going to cost me. I can get in trouble. The police can get involved. What if she, anyone can say anything at any time. What if this woman lies and like tries to put me in jail? And there's been multiple women that have tried to do this kind of thing. So, I wanted to make a quick video. I just wanted to make a quick video about like ghosting. We all know what ghosting is. You basically just kind of you disengage on a certain level from society. You're not on social media, and ghosting and being what we call a Mgtow monk. I mean, that would be pretty similar. I would not call myself a monk just yet, but I definitely see where they're coming from. But I definitely do see myself in this sort of stage of Mgtow. I think I'm like a level 1 Mgtow. I understand that they say that there's 4 or 5 levels or whatever. I'm probably like a solid level 1. I think I could become like a level 2 eventually. I don't know. But man, I essentially am a ghost. I do ghost. I purposely, on purpose, I try not to use my credit cards too much. I use mostly cash. I don't want people to know what I'm doing. I don't show my face. I I guess I have a smartphone, but I purposely try to like not put myself out there. And I would recommend that to you guys. Silently build your wealth, stay out of trouble, pay your bills, pay your taxes. I of course don't get married, but don't ghosting is the way to go. PUA is bullshit. Ghosting is the way to go. So if ghosting is the way to go, game is bullshit because what is game? Game is basically like you need to put yourself out there. You need to expose yourself. You need to put yourself in a position where a woman can jam you up with a false accusation. That's not what you need to do. You need to remove that ability. If you got to get it off, short term is the way to go. Don't mess with anyone at your work. Do never, in fact, as a general rule, never date anyone at your work. It's just not going to work out. Most relationships don't work out anyway. Um, do what you got to do. Get it where you got to get it. Short term is the way to go. Go to bars, pick up girls. If you gotta do, professionals are always the way to go too. I mean, you will get what you need. She gets what she needs, and that's the way to go. I'm telling you. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm going long again. Yeah, I just wanted to make a quick video. Game is bullshit. PUA is bullshit. Being a Mgtow monk, I'm not 100% monk, at least maybe not yet. I definitely still, um, spend time with women, but it's totally on my terms. No long-term relationships. I haven't lived with a woman in over 7 years. Never live with a woman, never marry a woman. Get it in where you can get it in. Get in where you fit in. Don't be above the idea of try an escort, pay some money. There's some professional services. And you'll get what you need. You will get what you need. And there's no shame in it. And, some people say that basically all women are escorts on some level. And that's an interesting philosophical question to ask yourself. Is that true? Anyway, I'm going long, but just to finish, ghosting is a smart move. Uh, Pay in cash as much as you can. You don't want people tracking you. Don't get married. No long-term relationship. Don't let women live with you. No woman. Even family. Any woman. Don't even have a female roommate. PUA is bullshit because it's like a lower level where they have the same information, but they're still seeking like female, affirmation. And Mgtow ghosting. I mean, I'm sorry, Mgtow monk. I mean, that is basically the extreme. That's the far extreme. I think ghosting is just a level like below that. So yeah, that was just some ranting. Anyway, yeah, this is the Mgtow Cowboy. Everyone, it was a pleasure speaking to you again. If you like the video, please like, please subscribe, please share the video, and you guys have a good rest of your evening. Oh, all right, take care. Bye now.